Good morning. Today's Friday, May 8th, and we have made it this week. Now let's get into it. There comes a moment, usually subtle, not dramatic, when you feel the weight of your own pace. Not because you're failing, but because everything feels like it requires more energy than you have access to. You're accomplishing things, showing up, doing all the right steps, but deep down, it feels brittle, unsustainable. Now, designing a life that supports you isn't about working less or wanting less responsibility. It's about creating a rhythm you can breathe inside. For me, my entire day is ruined if I feel rushed. If I do not get to complete my morning routine, or we are rushing and running late, and I have to, like I said, rush, it feels as if everything I had to do on my to-do list becomes unsustainable. I feel anxiety, stress, and just overall tension when this occurs. Now, people often think sustainable means slowing down or shrinking their life. It's actually the opposite. A sustainable life has more space, more flow, more internal alignment. It's a life that supports your nervous system instead of constantly working against it. Sustainability isn't about restriction, it's about right sizing your effort to match your truth. We should really ask ourselves, where in our lives are we using force instead of flow? Now, sometimes the most unsustainable parts of our lives are invisible because they're normal to us. Overcommitment, emotional labor, saying yes automatically, carrying other people's expectations, filling every spare moment with productivity, never letting yourself rest without guilt. These patterns aren't bad, they're just inherited, but the life you're building might require a different way of being. There are a lot of habits that I had that felt more obligatory than chosen. I felt that I had to anticipate others' needs and perform, especially in areas of my business. However, I have learned that it is not in me to anticipate every need, and if something is required, it will be known and we can address it then. This has come from working with a lot of new construction partners and realizing they have their own form for everything. So our clients do not always sign our forms, and we have to be patient and rely on the new construction team to get their forms out and signed. Now, sometimes it really is just a waiting game and there's nothing you can do. But that awareness is key to sustainability. A sustainable life feels grounding, spacious, supportive. You don't wake up dreading your obligations, and you don't end the week feeling wrung out. There's a softness in how you move through your days, not laziness, but steadiness. You can hold your responsibilities without feeling crushed by them. Sustainability lives in your nervous system first and your calendar second. For me, sustainability feels like a gentle morning, not rushed, a day checking off boxes I need to check off without overwhelm, and then creating boundaries and saying I am unavailable after this time. This allows me to read and unwind without worry. Honestly, for my work, there are no real emergencies that cannot be handled during the normal 9 to 5 business hours. I need to respect that boundary for myself and must assert myself with clients for that boundary to stay in place. Now, designing a sustainable life requires emotional honesty, which can feel uncomfortable. You may have to release identities that revolved around being the dependable one, the strong one, or the one who gets things done. You might fear disappointing others or being misunderstood. Sustainability invites you to choose yourself even when the world had benefited from you not doing so. Personally, I have often felt that I hold all three of those roles. However, I am learning to say, yes, I can play that role, but during the hours that I'm available to give the public. The rest of the time is for my family, friends, and for me. It has been hard emotionally to assert myself with establishing boundaries, but it has become essential to the life I want and the life I am curating. Now, feeling overwhelmed isn't a sign you're weak or incapable. It's a sign that your life is expanding beyond the systems, routines, and expectations that used to work for you. Something in you is outgrowing the old structure. Sustainability isn't a correction, it's an evolution. Personally, I am going through this as I wrote my blog and as I'm vlogging this. I am struggling with asserting my boundaries, not working until 8 p.m. at night, and the feeling of overwhelm. One way I'm course correcting is saying, hey, I'm happy to do that in the morning. I am done for the rest of the night. I am starting to protect my time. I'm also starting to explore more time blocking for my schedule to allow for boundaries to stay in place. while also accomplishing tasks that need to be completed. So instead of feeling bad and stressed due to the overwhelm, I am using the overwhelm as a signal to readjust and reanalyze what I need to do. Now, the most sustainable changes are often tiny. One boundary that wasn't there before, 1 hour a week of intentional rest, one habit replaced with something nourishing, one conversation you finally have. Small shifts compound. They create emotional spaciousness. They free your energy. They create a version of your life that finally feels like it fits. So ask yourself, what is one tiny shift that would make your life feel instantly lighter? You deserve a life that holds you, a life that doesn't require constant recovery, a life that grows with you instead of draining you. Start with one area, one habit, one shift. Sustainability isn't built overnight, it's built moment by moment, breath by breath, choice by choice. Now, please feel free to download a free journal prompt to help you identify what feels heavy and what feels light. It is available on my website. It's www.unapologeticallyamber.com, and it's totally free. You just click on today's blog. It's entitled Designing a Life That Feels Sustainable, and you can download it there. It's at the very bottom of the page. Now, today's positive affirmation is I love and care for my body. Now, you guys go and enjoy your Friday, and I will talk to you soon.